Before we sign off this morning, a man is on a mission to speak about justice, education, and truth. He discusses, who then are those who we shall compel to be guardians? In order to promote that, they will be the men who are the wisest about affairs of the state. This book is titled The Republic, and the renowned figure is Plato. Plato noticed that when democracy was threatened by political disturbances, small groups sought to take control. None of these small factions were long-lasting, yet they served as signs of the aristocratic dissatisfaction with mob rule. Plato has little sympathy for democracy and brilliantly wrote his political exposition, which imagined a society governed by an intellectual elite rather than by the ignorant mob. Well, that's the news for this morning. This has been Dottie Mazlowski for MTJ Channel 8 News. I hope to see you tomorrow, because all I saw this morning was the teleprompter.
Good morning and welcome to the interview. Hey, I'm your host, Edmundo Morales, and we have an exciting show for you today. One of the most influential men in the world is here to discuss the release of his new book titled The Republic, which focuses on the question, is it always better to be just than unjust?
And I am Buck Boscos. Throughout this man's political exposition, he uses various strategies such as allegories, dialogues, and imagery to answer this question. So without further ado, please put your hands together for our guest, Plato. Welcome to the show, Plato.
Welcome to the show, Plato, and thank you for stopping by to discuss your new book, which I understand is the New York Times #1 bestseller. Can you please give us some insight on the main ideas which attract readers to your book?
The good people are trained to be so through knowledge. To gain knowledge, they have to turn their whole soul into it. Once they do this, they are fit enough to qualify to be the best and brightest of beings. They are the people we need to govern.
I see.
How do these themes apply to society?
Virtues should be the primary influence of our society. It is important to understand that virtues are, as it states in my book, not originally in it, and they can be implanted by habit and exercise. These virtues of wisdom can be extremely profitable, and once one reaches a high level of understanding of wisdom, they can be very beneficial to society. People with a lot of strong virtues and knowledge are the ones who should be governing the people, in order to keep the best order possible.
So are you suggesting that only the elite, being the wealthy and educated, can be the rulers in society, and that the middle and lower class cannot?
It appears to me that the elites are the successful people in society, whereas the middle and lower classes come face to face with failure.
I don't like your ideas. I don't even know you.
Okay guys, hush, calm down now. Let's not get into a heated debate. After all, we are a network television show. If you guys want to duke it out, I suggest you go to HBO Fight Nights and fight there. Now we are discussing Plato's book, not contrasting viewpoints. So guys, please focus on the topic. Anyways, Plato, why do you go to such great lengths to prove that there are three distinct parts to society?
I believe you misunderstood this part of my explanation. Though there are three separate divisions that exist in society, the producers, the auxiliaries, and the guardians, I simply use this as an allegory for the human soul. The human soul needs three distinct parts, like society, so it can work separate of each other, yet coexist in a single relationship.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but we'll be back tomorrow with our next guest. Thanks for joining us, Plato.
Don't you forget about me.